a 5 by 3 meter shaft of bare concrete. This is the yard for inmate Eddie Mills. Mills is prisoner C-30-008, locked away inside Pelican Bay State Prison. When asked when he last saw a tree, he pauses. The last time was during a van ride, back in 1998, he says. 8 years ago, through the window of a prison transport, he caught a fleeting glimpse of life beyond concrete walls. For 1 hour each day, this is where he's allowed to stretch his legs, a punishment within a punishment. Because Eddie Mills lives under the harshest regime in America, Supermax on the far northern coast of California, buried deep within redwood forests, lies Pelican Bay Prison, one of the toughest penitentiaries in the United States. Here, 3,500 men serve long sentences. Rapists, robbers, murderers, almost all are considered too dangerous ever to walk free again. Life here is punctuated by violence. Rival gangs clash. Race wars erupt. Knives flash in the prison yard. Since its opening, 18 inmates have been murdered inside these walls. 5 more were shot dead by guards trying to restore control. Weapons appear almost daily: homemade blades, shanks, darts, sharpened plastic. Lieutenant Thomas, a veteran officer, keeps a collection in his so-called trophy room. Believe me, he says, this is only a fraction of what we confiscate. I wear gloves because inmates hide weapons inside their bodies. On one X-ray, the shadow of half a pair of scissors is visible concealed inside a man's rectum. The punishment for such defiance is severe. Any violence, rebellion, or possession of a weapon can mean 2 years minimum solitary confinement. This is Supermax, a white X-shaped fortress within the prison itself. No one has ever escaped. The perimeter fence is electrified, delivering a fatal shock to anyone who touches it. Cheaper, the warden explains, than manning every tower with snipers. Inside, 1,000 men live in total isolation. No windows, no refectory, no shared spaces. Meals arrive through slots in the door, served on plastic trays, eaten without cutlery. Prisoners never cross paths. They are escorted one by one, handcuffed, along corridors controlled remotely by a central command post. Even the guards carry no firearms to prevent hostage situations. Here, human contact is stripped away. Prisoners can hear each other's voices through the walls, but they can never see one another. Some cells are fitted with plexiglass barriers protection for guards against inmates who throw darts, urine, or feces. Many do after years in solitary mines fracture. Fernando Medina, serving life for murder, has spent 17 years in Supermax. Shackled at the waist, he reflects, "Did these years damage me? I don't know. I've seen men lose their minds." Stop speaking, just sit staring at the wall until their spirit drifts away. If we let ourselves slip, that could be any of us. Then there is Eddie Mills, convicted 7 times for robbery. His violence behind bars earned him a place in Supermax. Once, as a member of a neo-Nazi gang, he stabbed a fellow inmate. That was 11 years ago. Since then, Mills has spent 23 hours a day in a cell with no windows. To survive, he imposes strict discipline. He teaches himself Spanish, French, and now business law. He studies 10, sometimes 15 hours a day. At 9 p.m., he sleeps. At 4 a.m., he rises to exercise before returning to his books. Once daily, his door opens for yard time. A concrete pen open to the sky, the only place he sees daylight. Sometimes I don't even go, he admits. It's the same as the cell only, without books or TV. Even here, he remains shackled. But I'm no threat to you, he says quietly, but I understand why they do it. Because of my past, while he exercises, guards search his cell, a rope for drying laundry confiscated, a handmade paintbrush stripped from him. Even a feather found in the yard is seized. To an officer, it's not it's a weapon. Something as small as this feather can be dipped in body fluids and flung at a guard. With 85% of inmates here carrying hepatitis C, that's potentially lethal. Even televisions are transparent. Their inner workings exposed, so no contraband can be hidden inside. For Eddie Mills, this is forever. Sentenced to life, he will never leave Pelican Bay. At best, good behavior might earn him transfer back to the general prison population. But for now, his world is for concrete walls, 1 hour of sky, and the silence of Supermax. Across America, 25,000 men endure the same fate living in the blind cells of high-security isolation units, a prison within a prison, where time itself becomes the enemy.